Daily Recoup Stand-Up. Today is Monday, April 21st, 2025. I'm Sweets, this is Sid, and this is Sid. And today we're going to be talking about what we've been doing over the weekend. This was Easter weekend. Both of us got to spend time unplugging. But now that we're back, my main focus for this week is getting the chat stable. Last week I was building out new features for Steph Guerrero and the 1RPM team. And when we shipped it, we decided on Friday we didn't want to share it with the team because Sid has been tracking statistics on who's using the chat, how's their response with the chat, is it up high quality? And we started to find that there were a lot of errors of the chat not responding. And so Sid posed a question to me, would you share this with, I don't remember how you posed the question to me, but we decided not to share it with the team until we get the chat more stable. So 25% is the current error rate benchmark. We're hitting 25% of our chats are responding with an error. So my goal is to decrease that so that when you send a chat message, you get a response. Today, what I built out is I added a fallback provider so that if Anthropic hits an error for any reason, it'll then trigger Grok. And so what I was not able to recreate it. I've tried spinning up like 5 chats with a lot of output tokens, and I've not been able to get it to hit. I'm thinking we might need to test input tokens, or I'm wondering how we've gotten those massive numbers on those other days, because me spinning up 5 chats with a whole bunch of output tokens didn't make a dent into a lot of the, we've had 2 million tokens is like a normal day for us. And me spinning up 5 chats and doing tons of output tokens got us to like 100K. So not even 1/10 of the overall number. So now the goal is to recreate the Anthropic bug, see if the Anthropic bug still exists, or hopefully the chat just responds. Maybe we get a notification in Telegram of like Anthropic failed, but on the front end side, hopefully it's responding. And so now my main question is what is the next biggest error I should be focusing on? Do we know the error? Have we tracked the new errors that are coming in? Do we know which error I should be focused on? Or is it a more general, are we seeing objects? Do I need to debug and get better logging on the objects? The only other thing I did was when I was testing those long prompts, I saw in Vercel logs that Telegram was not getting triggered for those Vercel logs because the message that it was trying to send was too long. And so I also fixed that Telegram bug so that now it shortens it. And that's it for me. Again, the question that I have is, what is the next, I actually wrote it down in our chat. What specific updates, if implemented, will have the biggest impact on decreasing the percentage of errors in the chat? And with that, I'll toss it over to you, Sid.
Sweet. My initial thought from the question you posed is the object is the next tackle. And whatever you need to do to understand more about object and then diagnose what those are and how to fix it, that is the main thing. I will continue to try to recreate the Anthropic bug. This morning, I have been testing more about. So I have to kind of fall back to on Friday. I was focused mainly on nudging users who haven't used to use the chat. So what I've been doing is, let me share my screen. Oh, let me pull that up. Let me say. Let me show where we're at. Thursday. Oh, did I not send it?
In your user conversations or talking somewhere else? Send it to me directly.
Yeah, I thought I sent it to you. But it's okay. I'll just pull this up. Recoupable. Let's do this. And then let's search who is someone that we did. Maria. I said Maria one. Very good. Okay, so basically what I've been doing is going into her artists and creating a conversation with what would be good brand partnership strategies for her artist. And then just finding some information and then sending an email with some of like the teed up conversation and some of the insights. So basically sending a conversation that she can click open and like it's already started for her with some interesting sneak peeks. So I sent that. She was out of the office for Easter on Friday, and then on today probably she's also out of the office for Monday. So I'd imagine she's going to see it soon. I did this for Maria, Juliana, and a couple other users.
All 1 RPM?
All 1 RPM, yeah. The one thing that I realized is that I need to say make sure Crazy Point is selected in the sidebar, because if you open it up, see how it's opening up, and my last artist was No Love. So the conversation is opening up here. But if I don't change it to Crazy Point, then it'll be reflecting No Love's knowledge base. I continue this chat. So that was like a little bit of a hiccup, but I figured let's just send it and see if that mistake gets made. But so that's something that I've been doing, which I thought was really like, I'm excited about that workflow, because if we can get it right, then we can automate conversation starters and insights to just nudge users who like haven't used in 2 days. Hey, here's a new conversation we started. Here's some insights.
Right.
Continue using it here, and I like that. I really like that workflow and that process. So other than that, I have a call with Benji tomorrow, who is Rostrum Records. So I've been testing out his artists with just knowledge base and not scraping. I'm getting good results, meaning that your observation of maybe our scraping infrastructure needs to be rethought, because the knowledge base is giving decent results. I'm basically using the same questions that Carolyn had. Tell me about the artist fan base. What IRL experiences will the fans connect with? What will be good brand partnerships for this artist? What festivals should this artist play? And I've been comparing those results with the AI SDK Playground results that was not attached to search, and ChatGPT with search on. So 4 results, seeing what those 4 queries get. So far, if search is not on AI SDK for any model, it does a terrible job. Like, you can't get past the tell me about this artist fan base. It, like, for No Love, for no Love for the Middle Child, it like didn't even recognize the artist name. It was like, do you mean J. Cole song, No Love for the Middle Child? So like, I've kind of, all right, cool. If search is not on, then the models don't work. And then I've been comparing ChatGPT 4.0 with search on versus Recoup with a knowledge base. And they're close, but Recoup is better. It gives more information, more strategy, more output. ChatGPT gets the search right, gets the artist right, gives like brief little, but it gets very generic. So it just seems like the knowledge base the knowledge base mixed with our system prompt gets better results for our specific target user. You follow that again?
Chat with search.
Then chat with search. Correct. So that's the strategy that I'm going with right now to onboard people. I'm going to onboard, or I onboarded all of Rostrum Records artists, so I'm going to have a call with him tomorrow and show him, and let him use it. I also had another call with a podcaster, and onboarded them. So I'm going to use that. They're going to start using the platform as well. So we have a couple new users coming on to start using the platform, and then I need to like just follow up with everybody with this new like conversation starting strategy and just keep that moving. Has been my main focus. And then the only thing that I'm thinking through is if our knowledge base and our system prompt are the real differentiators right now without scraping. How can we improve it, or when could it fail? And right now the knowledge base is static. It's manually created and then it's static. It doesn't change if they have a new release, new strategy, anything. And so over time, the knowledge base could get stale if we're not figuring out how to recreate knowledge bases that update as the artist's career progresses, etc. So that was the big uh-oh moment. But we have some time, right? Like artists don't roll out things that often. So that's my focus this week, is continuing onboarding everybody manually and updating everybody manually, or setting up the stuff manually. And then I dropped the DAW. Do you have time to test it, or do you ever call it?
Go ahead.
No, I want you to test it. I want to see how you use it. Can you share your screen and go to go to studio.recoupable.com.
Password. Okay, so I've got a DAW here, and I say something like, make me a hit reggaeton song in the form of Chilean rapper Chris MJ. Please select a region first. Please select a region on a track first. Region. Now that.
My notifications worked.
What's that?
My notifications worked.
Your notification got me to click the thing. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So the idea is it's a DAW, but you select your regions and then you generate the samples for that region. Mm-hmm. So it works just like a normal DAW, except instead of dragging and dropping your own samples, you can generate them. So it's very prototype right now. I'm pulling from the Merica API.
You're using that API?
Yeah.
How was it to use that API?
Easy to use and set up. I mean, there's a lot of other logic that needs to go into it, like because it's not set, because their models, no model is set up for tracks specifically, or no model is set up like this. I don't know. There's like a lot of cool things that we could do to it, but I've just been playing around with like if I'm a producer, how would I leverage this shit inside a DAW? And it was just fun to just kind of like make a prototype DAW. So like you can see it's the model is going to send back like just whatever it generated. In an ideal world, it like sends it back, and then we time stretch it so it meets the tempo, and we like make it so it's just like a stems and shit like that. But I don't know. Press play. Does it work? Wait, is it working?
Yeah,
we can't hear it, but it works.
Yep, it works.
And then the idea would be if you can create a track 2, highlight a region and say, make a singer sing on this. Track 3, add a drum break, like.
Say you're cooking. I don't know what happens if I move the
I don't know either. I know.
while it's generating. It's actually long. Like, it seems longer than whatever this is. Seems like it did a full song. Because it's still going.
Oh yeah. So it generates the full thing, like the full 30 seconds, but then it uses it's supposed to stop playing once the playback button like is not on the audio block.
Oh,
Oh, fun.
I'll read it back down.
I have no idea. This is a bug I have not seen. But yeah, I'm excited about this. It's just like a playful round. I'll send you the invite if you want to mess around with the code base. But you know, it inspired me like the retweet that you did from the guy who's like, we're building the cursor for video editing.
Let's do this next one. Did I get vocal? Oh,
No. Just press space bar. There we go. So it's probably not in tempo, but it should play both of them simultaneously, and then you can drag and move them around like audio blocks.
mute. Okay, so there's a lot of this that doesn't work.
Correct.
How do I get rid of you? Interesting. Yeah, nice. You got a prototype up. I'm able to use it. It's giving me audio. Can I export this and send it to producers I like for onboarding?
No, but that's a great idea.
What is this?
That's metronome.
Oh. I mean, yeah, you got it in prototype stage to start messing around. Now you're starting to build out stuff that's going to make us a competitor to like a Suno, because Suno still doesn't have an API, and honestly, I feel like they're starting to fall by the wayside. And us being a music product, it seems like we jumped up another 20 listeners just when we started doing actual music stuff and pulled the DAW up on the screen.
Really? Look at that.
Yeah, and I think we just got a chat message. Yeah, someone's watching on YouTube, which isn't awesome. That's sick. It would be awesome if it was a plugin for other DAWs, Amnix.
That would be fire as fuck.
And
so
then
you don't
they said, can't hear it though. Yeah. So I think that content generation, there's a lot of interest in general.
Yeah, I wanted to test the API, and I was like, what's a good way to do it? And I was like, let's just do a DAW and see what happens.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I didn't have to use Juice to do a plugin in Ableton, but I know there's something there. And it's cool because the API, you can also train model. You could, like, they have like a fine tuning API. So you can upload songs to fine tune their model. So it gives you back similar sounding stuff. So it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of cool shit we could do with it, but just fucking around with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. All right, what's
Go ahead.
I was gonna say anything you need from me, or what's the next focus? Just gonna focus on the bug object.
Get errors. I'm looking at your stuff. I've got some errors today. Paloma came back today, and I see an error I see a new combo. I'm getting errors. So things that I'm seeing as of the last, so the 18th we had messages, 19th no messages. On Easter we had Paloma came in, new combo, immediate error, tool invocation must have a result. Perplexity reason did not give a response. We had another one, perplexity reason did not give a response from Paloma. Paloma did the same conversation and then got the same thing. Perplexity reason did not, tool invocation must have a result. I said hi, I didn't get a result, and then it said same thing, perplexity reason, tool invocation did not get a result. Tool invocation did not get a result for me again. Then I got messages 3, content 0. Well, I guess let me just share. So I have not seen any object since Friday, and everything seems to be related with perplexity reasons specifically. Mackin's Minds came back, no errors from him. I'd be curious to know what the conversation was, but Paloma, we got tool invocation must have a result. Paloma again, tool invocation must have a result. Paloma, tool invocation must have a result. Every time perplexity reason tool. And then me, perplexity reason tool invocation must have a result. Tool invocation must have a result, perplexity reason. This one's different. Messages 3, content 0, thinking signature field required. I think this was me trying to, after that error happened, I tried to reactivate this conversation's B3534. No. Different combo. And then this one's messages 3, content thinking signature field required. And then this was me fixing the fact that it was not sending new conversation when the first message was longer than what Telegram would let us send. And so now I've got it so that it trims it, and you just see ... trimmed if the initial message is too long. And then Paloma came back. Paloma's been engaging more with my content on Warpcast. And so anytime they do, I just try to like plant back in their head, I'm building more tools for you. I'm building more tools for you. No promises, just being like, thank you for engaging. I'm going to go back to like building stuff for you. And then I've got a whole bunch of conversations from Sid. And as far as I know, Sid has not seen any errors since. No errors from you?
No.
And Mackin looks like he came on during the call and he's wanting to do deep reviews of brands. So Mackin had a call on the 18th, or he had a message on the 18th. I haven't looked at how his chats are going.
What is his email?
Mackin90@hotmail.
Let's pull it up.
And then he came back today. He has not reached out to me. I have not talked to him. This is totally organic. He is one of the people that has been kind of circulating, and in the past he's reported errors to me. As far as I know, he has not reached out to me, and he's reactivating organically. And he's asking now, give me a deep review of this brand and methods to grow a cult following based on his socials and content. So what I would love, the best thing you can do to help is get errors. Get errors, and tell me if any errors feel important to you, because at the start of this call, you said object.
And it seems like
seeing any object in our lived experience. What I am seeing is tool invocation must have a result, and specifically perplexity reason, which is telling me we should just eliminate perplexity reason, keep perplexity ask because it works. Because right now I'm gonna have to figure out how to recreate the object. We haven't seen it in a while. And so if that's what I'm gonna focus on, the first goal is get it to be recreated. So the best way you can help is to recreate any of the bugs that you find important. So that way I can be more focused, because right now it's gonna be me really having to reach to get an error that we're not seeing in the lived experience.
No. Yeah, I think I was incorrect. I think object was last week's issue. Besides the API rate limit, but I'm just going to keep doing just keep hitting errors and just trying to just mess with it. And then just on your end, just fix the errors that you see are worth fixing. Like,
are you okay with me removing perplexity reason and only keeping perplexity ask?
Correct. Yeah. Whatever you think is quickest to fix the errors, I'm down with.
Awesome. If you stuck around this long, and you like the idea that we have pinned on the screen of having a DAW that is AI based, leave us a comment down below if you want to give it a shot, and we will. Amnix actually said that they wanted to give it a shot, so
try it.
So go ahead and try it out. You can go to project.recoupable.com and you can try out that tool. Studio.recoupable.com to try out our AI powered DAW, where you can just write in human readable English and it'll generate tracks that you can use as a producer to produce your next track. Give this a like, give us a follow so you can stay up to date when we're dropping new features in this AI assistant for the music industry. And